Hey guys! Welcome back again to our YouTube channel, Han and Kai. So today's video, another Schengen country ang ating ibabahagi sa vlog na ito. And it's only applicable for family, friends, and a private visa under the category of visit visa from the applicants in Philippines going to Denmark. So yan ang ating ibabahagi sa vlog na ito. So when you're planning to apply a visit visa from Philippines to Denmark, the embassy accepts documents only in English, French, Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish. So these are the only documents they accept for your visa application. So wag na natin patagalin pa. Let's proceed. What are the required documents that you need to provide for applying your visa application in Denmark? So the number one documents that you need to provide when you're applying for a visit visa under the category of family, friends, and private visits visa in Denmark is, of course, your Schengen visa application form that you need to fill out online and sign by the applicant, as you are the applicant. So the next document that you need to provide is one passport size photos with white background that you will use for your visa photo once it was approved, okay? So the next document that you need to provide is your original passport, Philippine passport, and then photocopy of your bio page or your information in the passport, okay? You also need to provide and submit it as well. So the next document that you need to provide is photocopy of your round-trip flight or airline reservations. In this part, you are not required to buy a real ticket yet or a confirmed ticket yet, as long there's no visa and it's not yet granted, okay? So for your assurance, provide first a reservation first. As we also shared this, and you can message us if you are interested on how to process or request an assistance for this. We also doing that for your round-trip flight tickets. Because if you already buy a confirmed tickets and it's not yet approved, ang dami nyo pang aasikasuhin. So better muna you provide a airline reservation or not yet confirmed ticket, okay, not real ticket. So the next document that you need to provide is your travel medical insurance, okay? That will valid in all Schengen countries that you plan to visit, not only in Denmark, okay? So it's better if you are sponsored and you have you plan, as you are under the category of the visit visa, mas maganda na magpakuha kayo ng travel medical insurance dun sa bibisitahin nyo or dun sa sponsor nyo. Sila yung mag-provide. But if you don't have idea, for example, na gusto mo kumuha for in the Philippines only, we also have a Malayan insurance. So you can also connect with us if you are want for assistance or are interested for this dahil wala kayong makuhang ibang travel insurance or wala kayong idea, okay? So the next documents that you need to provide is better provide a plan itinerary or your day-to-day plan itinerary. So how to do this ba? There's a lot of information in internet how to do a plan itinerary. For example, you're planning to visit your fiancé, your friend, your wife, your husband, your child in Denmark, then if you're requesting a 30 days, then provide a day-to-day itinerary from day 1 to day 30. What is your plan to do? So the embassy have only idea where you can or what will you do in Denmark, diba? Para lang magka-idea sila. It's not literally that you will do it daily, like what like what you say, but at least they have idea kung ano ba yung mga plano at ano bang gagawin mo sa Denmark. It's not only to visit your family, friends, or your fiancé living in Denmark. Of course, you like to see some tourist spot, diba? So, indicate that in your plan itinerary, diba? Then, the next document that you need to provide is your original bank certificate and your bank statement. So, this one, if you are have budget or you are financial, better you request to your Philippine banks a original bank certificate and bank statement so they know as well in case whatever happened, at least they know that you can also sponsor your trip in case lang kasi Denmark is really strict, guys. When it comes to financial or your trip, they also want to know if the applicant have the capacity to sponsor your trip in case lang. So Denmark is really strict. So better talaga you have your own bank certificate and bank statement. So dapat talaga may laman, may pondo, kumbaga. Kasi Denmark is really strict when it comes to other Schengen countries. Kasi parang included din yung Switzerland, ganyan. So isa ang Denmark sa when it comes to funds yourself, kailangan talaga meron yan. Hindi lang ikaw ay hindi lang porkit may sponsor ka sa Denmark, siya na lahat gagastos. But then gusto din talaga ng embassy malaman na itong applicant ba ay kaya niya ring pondohan or may sarili din ba siyang funds for the trip. Okay? So, you really need to provide this one. So, the next document that you need to provide is the additional supporting documents. So, if you're married, that you are planning to visit your spouse or your wife, husband in Denmark, then you need to provide a photocopy of your marriage certificate. As well, if you're visiting your children, then provide a birth certificate of your children. Also, the supporting documents that the embassy wants to know from you is also that you have a proof of strong ties in the Philippines as an occupation. For example, you're employed, self-employed. So, also, you can add is if you are a student, diba? For example, you are a minor child and you want to visit your parents working or living in Denmark, diba? So, you can also provide your student and some photocopies of own means and properties. So, when you say employed, ano ba ang mga proof of strong ties as an employed? Of course, your certificate of employment, leave of absence, company ID, photocopy lang yan, guys. Then, bank statement and certificate, as I said before, also your payslip, latest 3 months or 6 months, okay? Then, if you're self-employed, ano naman yung pwede nyong i-submit as your proof of ties? Of course, your photocopy of SEC, your birth certificate, DTI, business permit, ITR, and your financial statement. As you are the owner of your own business, okay? As under the category of self-employed. Then, if you're a student and you're planning to visit your parents working in Denmark, then provide a school ID photocopy, provide a certificate of reservation of your enrollment on the next semester, proof that you are enrolled, or if you are currently in the school, leave of absence, and of course your birth certificate, diba? Proof that you are the children, okay? Then, in this part naman, the photocopies of your own means and properties, if wala ka or hindi ka employed or self-employed and you're not a student anymore, then provide a rental apartment if you are owning, land titles, car certificate or CR, and if you are owning a small business like that. Also, if you already visit other Schengen countries or other countries abroad, then provide a photocopy of your own previous passport for the past 3 years, photocopy of the bio page, and the use pages for that visa. Okay, so they want to know as well, diba? If you're not only, it's not your first time traveling to this country, but you already have experience and traveled in other countries as well, then provide your previous copy of your passport and use pages of your visa. Okay. So as I said a while ago, if you are visiting first time your fiancé, then provide fiancé or your girlfriend or your boyfriend in Denmark, then provide a photos together, your messages, call logs in the latest 3 months, okay? Then proof of sending remittance if your partner is sponsoring you as well or sending financial support to you as well. This is also a requirement or a good proof that you are really in a relationship, diba? Also, kung relatives mo naman or family ang iyong bibisitahin, as I said a while ago, PSA birth certificate and or marriage certificate of the applicant and the reference person, okay? Then, if someone is sponsoring your trip going to Denmark as a visit visa, rather than the other documents that we mentioned a while ago, you need to provide, your sponsor need to provide the VUT invitation letter, okay? This VUT invitation letter, your sponsor must process this document in Denmark, okay? We will provide a separate plug on this para hindi ganun kahaba, okay? Then, additional then is the bio page of the passport of the sponsor or evidence of host residence in the Schengen area, copy of her passport if he's not a Danish, okay? The invitation form from your host must provide it in Denmark. If your sponsor is Danish, he or she can use an online invitation form. They call it VUT. Invitation ID is sufficient. And if your host is not a Danish, then he or she will provide a paper invitation and it's mandatory, okay? So we will have to provide or we will share this in another vlog. After this information, you can check as well. And we will do it as connected, okay? On how and where you can get this or where is how to process this information. Lalo na si sponsor ang magpa-process nito, okay? And if walang idea, we will make a new vlog for this para hindi ganun kahaba. So bukod sa na-mention ko above, it's not in the list of requirements that you need to provide, but then it's better you have a front page, a cover letter. They call it cover letter. These are the information or introduction of yourself, why you want to apply in Denmark. So guys, it will be your front page. It's more easier to embassy that you have this, like para ma-identify agad nila kung ano yung mga documents na sinubmit mo, ano yung purpose ng visa mo, ano yung gagawin mo doon. It's the simplify, di ba? Kumbaga naka-indicate na doon yung information mo para mas mapadali din yung pag-process ng application mo. So it's not in the requirements, it's not in the list, but if it's your first time, provide a cover letter so they can easily identify your visa application. Then, this cover letter, if walang idea, as we mentioned, as we share as well, you can message us or connect with us as we doing as well a visa assistance. So, ito ay only para lang sa mga busy, so walang idea, then you can easily connect with us and we are happily to assist with you as well. So, you can connect with us in our Facebook or Instagram, okay? Then, if you are asking how much is the visa fee for a visit visa, family, friends, and private visa, then the cost or the fee for this is almost 90 euro, okay? Or more. Provide or bring more than enough on the checklist kasi we don't know later on they have hidden charges, di ba? So better more than 90 euro. So you are also safe na hindi kulang yung dala mong budget, okay, for the fee. And they also have the service fee for the VFS is 13 euro, okay? So where you can submit this visa application. Once you gather all the documents, you need to submit it in BFS Application Center. If you're living in Cebu, near in Cebu, then they have the BFS there. And if you're living in Manila, they also have here a BFS Application Center. These are the this is where you will submit your application, okay, in BFS Application Center. But then, you cannot submit it easily. There's no walk-in. So better, guys, you need to book an appointment first, okay? Book an appointment online before you submit it. So you have a secured appointment date, okay? But before you submit it, make sure your document is really complete, okay? Para hindi ka nagagahol. And if you're asking, better mag-apply kayo, guys, 3 to 6 months on your target plan. So you have, so you can gather first all the documents para hindi kayo nararush. And gayon din sa, kung sakaling magpapa-assist kayo sa iba or magpapa-assist kayo kahit kanino, then better in your target date, 3 to 6 months, okay? So that's all the requirements for the visit visa in Denmark from Philippines. Especially if it's a first-timer applying, para may idea kayo on how to gather these documents. So all information that we mentioned as well was posted in BFS Global. Type nilang BFS Denmark Philippines. Okay? And then lalabas na dun yung information nitong mga minention natin above or minention natin a while ago. And as we said, kung wala kayong idea sa ibang documents like cover letter, plan itinerary, travel insurance, flight reservation tickets, then you can easily connect with us and we are happy to assist you as well. Just check our description below there. So guys, we will end now the vlog and we hope that you get ideas on what we shared today and hopefully nakatulong ito sa inyo. And if nakatulong ito sa inyo, guys, don't forget to click the notifications bell and subscribe as well in our YouTube channel so you are always notified on our next vlog that we will share here.